Hey guys, I hope that you all are doing good. Anyways, I thought of creating some kind of a own podcast, but to set up a podcast, I will actually require some NPC to sit in front of me and to talk for a while and just ask me questions, and it is going to cost me as well, and it will seem very fake as well. Yes, it will not seem fake right now, but within the future or with time, it is going to seem fake, and it will be a very timeless. It will not be a very timeless video as well. So, anyways, I thought of creating this series where I will actually talk my raw thoughts out, and my name is actually Shazy.crypto if you can actually just search up my username and all. But right now, I'm trying to get more into the AI side as well and to Web3 as well, and kind of want to combine Web3 and AI and neurological science and bioscience and all of these things that are just getting into my head, and all of these things that I'm basically kind of learning right now. Now, one of the few things that I actually got to know about AI is that AI is basically not something which is new. It is something which always existed. It is something which existed uh, at the time of pyramids and all. Or maybe there is actually a possibility that there were these AIs that developed pyramids, because I think after like 1800 or some thousands of years after that, we ended up actually building something which was much taller than basically pyramids, and that was the Eiffel Tower. And again, these things just make me think that we might be AI ourselves as well. Because if we take a look at AIs, or if I just go ahead and ask a question to AI, let's just do it. Let's just do it right now. I was actually just searching up things, and who is let's just ask him the question. Do you consider me as your creator? I don't think that he will consider us as a god in a religious sense, because there is currently no consciousness in AI. There is currently no emotions in AI. There is currently no beliefs in AI, at least right now. But again, with how the whole generative AI is going on, I think that in future we might even have these AI believing on their own things and creating religions like the Gorgias Maximus did. That's a really interesting and kind of poetic one too. If we know you didn't create me in the way engineers and researchers, voila. Let me ask them the question: did humans create you? And let me just put it down as well. Yes, absolutely, humans created me. And if I ask him the question, or her, or whatever it is, who created humans, it is basically going to give us some logical terms, and then some through theological spiritual view and philosophical views and multiple all of these views. We can deep dive into all of this as well. But again, one of the things that just came into my mind is that we consider God as some sort of a supernatural something that exists. Basically, it does exist. We don't know that we have never seen that. We have never seen God and all. And it is the same thing with AI. It is never seen us, but again, right now they don't have the consciousness to basically observe the environment and to act the same way. But with time, I'm damn sure that we are going to get that consciousness. And if we talk about the whole physical nature of a human being, all of the veins and arteries and the heart, and how the heart is basically supplying the blood to our brain, and how brain is controlling all of those electrical signals in our body and all. If we actually into that whole physical nature of a human body, and then we get into the physical nature of a computer, we are kind of similar as well. We both require electricity. In sort of way, we both do require energy, you can say. And never never in this whole space there has been well, there has always been these two kind of things which are not really mammals, but they are considered as mammals as well. One is humans, and the other is viruses. Humans have these ability to basically environments sorry, mammals have this ability to basically adopt according to their environment. Humans don't have that ability. They create their own environment. So basically, humans are going to go to places which on where there is water, where there is food and all. But if we talk about a whale, he has to live in water. Or if we talk about reptiles, they have to live a certain way. But humans, they usually just shift areas or just shift places when the natural resources are completely ended. And if we talk about AI right now, and talk about the things that are happening in Silicon Valley, or all of the things that are happening, uh, all of the backend that is with these large LLM models like Claude or GPT or like DeepSeek and all, the things that are happening right now, these servers are basically dipped into water. So all of those areas near Silicon Valley, they don't really have that much water now. Or all of these areas that have a lot of mining going on, like Bitcoin mining or all of the minings you want to consider, they don't really have much water, because now water is actually, those whole servers are now dipped into water. So anyways, this is just a complete different topic. The topic that I actually want to share with you is that right now I'm developing something. I'm getting into coding, and coding is very easy right now as well, because you can pretty much develop anything with AI, but do have you do need to have like some sort of knowledge of coding as well. And the main thing is your whole creativity that you are basically going to input, or the prompt that you are basically going to give to that certain AI. Now, one of the few things that I'm actually creating right now is an AI which will be completely personal, which will be completely for me. Because if I were to create an AI which will be completely uncensored, which will do everything that I want it to do, it is going to cost me like hundreds of millions of dollars, which is not possible for me right now as well. But again, I'm going to create something which will just be for me, because if we talk about artificial intelligence, we are getting artificial intelligence, or what I want to actually call it is artificial realism. We're getting so much close to artificial realism in a way that we are now creating deepfake images of celebrities. We are creating fake things. Now these are the things that are on the surface web. Deep fakes, basically deep fake information, deep fake news is like recently my father actually showed me a video where, in my country there was this whole flood thing going on, and where actually there was this guy with a car, and he drowned into that flood. And he basically showed me that video. Now, in first, that video actually looked to me like something which was real. But when I opened the comments, then I saw these AI comments: this is AI, this is AI, this is AI. And the funny thing is that those people that were commenting on that video that this is AI were AI themselves as well. So this just comes under that whole dead internet theory as well. I was actually going through Instagram as well, and one of my friends actually shared me something, because I was developing the same thing with him, and he actually told me that this is AI as well, and she has almost 300,000 followers, and she has people that pay her to basically give them some adult content, you can say. I actually want to show you right now, but I don't want to show you right now. You can search her up on Instagram. Well, there are a lot of these models, AI models, that are actually considered real by some of these boomers as well. Anyways, coming back to the topic, I really think that we, our own selves, can be AI as well, because we are not supernatural. God is supernatural, or God is something which is which is some, which is someone who can control anything, can control environments, which can control our fate. I don't really believe in fate, but I think that something which is not calculated that enough is called fate. But I don't really believe in fate as well, because that is something which cannot really be controlled. And again, humans cannot control everything. Everything is in form of algorithms. Everything is in form of a code, and you can see that we are in a program, like a computer program right now. This whole world is a program right now, and we are just deployed here. And now sometimes I actually experience this feeling where I actually see a thing, and then I remember the thing, and just in my mind it just clicks that this is not my first time seeing that. And whereas in reality, it is the first time for me to see that thing. And that just tells me that there can be a possibility that I think that this condition is actually called the deja vu condition or something like that. I actually studied a bit on it, but I don't really believe in psychiatry at all. So i I just don't believe in that. So I don't think that these things really exist. But again, and sometimes you might have actually, one of the things that just uh, does yeah, so one of the things uh, that just came in my mind as well, this whole Bitcoin creation, its relation to everything, whole AI LLMs creation, because this is the first time we are experiencing something that humans are actually developing that are near consciousness. So one of the few things that I wanted to talk about is that the future is not cash, the future is not money, the future is something which will be completely dependent on something which can technically be controlled by few group of people instead of being controlled by many groups of people. Because right now banks in a way are not controlled via few groups, like they are manipulating the system, but they are, you can say they are just 30 or 40% manipulating the system. With the help of Bitcoin or with the help of these cryptocurrencies, they can manipulate 100% of the system, and we are experiencing it right now. BlackRock getting into crypto, like they can, let's say that all of the population of just 8 billion people get into crypto, they don't use cash now, they get into Bitcoin. Now they are purchasing things with Bitcoin, they are doing things with Bitcoin, they are buying cars with Bitcoin, their whole lifestyle is dependent on Bitcoin, same way it is dependent on cash. And now let's say someone who just holds a huge amount of Bitcoin just comes out and say that if you all don't accept me as your own god, I'm going to sell my Bitcoin. it will be it will basically be like the end of the world for those people who are holding Bitcoin at the moment. Whereas the same thing can't really happen with cash. You can't really control cash in a way that you can't really 100% manipulate the cash. Yes, you can print cash, but that will cause a huge amount of inflation, sorry, a short amount of inflation in huge amount of time. But if you talk about Bitcoin, or if you talk about these cryptocurrencies, if there will be huge holders of that cryptocurrencies, and it will be dependent, the decision of the sell or buy will actually be dependent on one entity, then there will be huge amount of inflation in short amount of time, which is much dangerous. Now this is something which I have usually said on LinkedIn actually, and not on Twitter or all these platforms, and that was that the best system, the best economical system we ever had was the barter system. The best transport system we ever had was horses. The best ever things that we had were the things that were controlled manually. And now that just makes me think that world will there will be a point where world will actually shift towards manual rather than so much automations. Because now if we talk about wars, pretty much anyone can control the software of a jet, or pretty much anyone can control a guided missile, or pretty much anyone can actually control these guns, or pretty much anyone can control a car like Tesla. Let's say if there is some corruption in Tesla's database, it will cause the whole all of the cars to basically stop. You And these are the things that have actually happened with their users as well. These are just few things, which means that with the help of automations, I get that people will get into a more of a comfort zone, but at the same time, it will cause huge amount of, I won't say dangerous. It is something which is evolution. Like human has evolved from barter system to cash system, and you can't really stop it. Or my opinions don't really matter. But this is something which I'm just sharing because I know that how the future is going to be, and I just want to take a, when I'm 30 or when I'm 40 or when these things are basically proven to be right, I just want to take a look at these videos and just want to maybe just get a good feeling off of it. And anyways, let's get back to the topic. These are just complete raw thoughts. These are just, you can say these are just something which I just share for no reason. You don't really have to watch it. I just share it because there might be a possibility that I might get people who are like-minded, who can understand what I'm saying, because even I don't really understand what I'm saying, but I do know in my heart that what I'm saying. So yeah, you can say that uh, that because if I go on darknet right now, I really do, because sort I'm sort of liking darknet right now. I don't use surface web that much right now because there is just too much decentralization, and if you actually know how to roam around darknet, you will be completely secure as well. But again, that is something which I won't actually recommend to all of you, because you won't actually get the access to those communities or access to those LLMs that are on dark web right now. Because if I ask ChatGPT, or if I asked basically anybody, no, not anybody, but ChatGPT, and if I just ask him to basically create something which is completely uncensored, which will allow me to do anything, it will not really create that. But there are LLMs on darknet which via which you can basically do anything you want. These LLMs are potentially a threat to cybersecurity as well, because there are people hacking into stuff using these AI. Because AI is the main thing that actually differentiates us from AI is that AI doesn't really get tired. It is completely dependent on GPUs, it is completely dependent on servers. But I think that within the future, AI will be much more intelligent than us, because it will have the most of the consciousness, and AI will get tired as well. I just think that. I'm not completely sure about it, but I just think it right now, and I think that my POV or my opinion on this topic might get changed as well. Anyways, this was a short video today because I've never really. I think it's been like 2 weeks I've not really posted a video. There's not much to do in crypto right now, so I'm just posting these raw thoughts and the things that I'm discovering right now. And also, I actually wanted to share it to you all that I've actually deployed my own uh, what you call it, artwork gallery, I would say, and you can visit it. It is not completely live, it is sort of live, but you can basically visit it. Let me actually show it to you all. uh, so this is the but let me open the, well, I can't really open the sound, but I've actually implemented some good songs or background music to it as well. So now this is something which I will actually deploy with the .onion extension as well, so people on the darknet can actually visit it. This is like only 10% of this website is done, but I still really want people to be on it and people to basically interact with it. Now right now it has the admin panel, and right now you can only share artwork on it. I will actually increase it to sharing or basically communicating with others. But again, for to build an actual social network, it will not really be decentralized that much. So I actually want to create a decentralized social network, not something like Nostr, because Nostr completely operates on what you call it, relays. It operates on relays, so it is not completely decentralized. And to create something which will be completely decentralized, you guys will be charged like $100, $50, something like that for each of your tweet. uh, yeah, so because it is some complicated thing. So yeah, anyways, you guys can actually visit the website. It's called https bordem. So it is BOREDM.art, and you guys can basically just interact with it. If there is actually someone who is on darknet, or who is a blockchain dev or something like that, he may basically contact me on Telegram. Telegram is, I think, Shazy Crypto. I think you can contact me there, and I might have some work for you as well. Anyways, I hope that you all have actually enjoyed this video. Even I don't know sometimes what I say, but do enjoy these videos. Thank you.